In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful, we are going to have a revision for grade 11 advanced cluster B. Now we are going to tackle the components of the test because it is very important to know how you are going to be tested. As you know, the test will be divided into 4 sections: speaking, listening, reading, and writing. Speaking has been recorded before, and now we are going to have in the exam the listening part, the reading, the writing parts. So we are going to have listening, reading, and writing in the exam paper tomorrow. The listening will be in the form of 10 multiple choice questions for a given material. You are going to listen for it. Be careful to read the questions before you listen, as it is better for you because it will help you to anticipate or expect the questions and answer them easily. The reading will have 6 multiple choices and 2 constructed responses. You are going to answer the reading by using the skimming and scanning skills, so try to be careful when using these skills to answer the 6 multiple choices and also the 2 given constructed responses. And also the 2 constructed responses, you should give some details and reasons from the text, trying to convince the teacher that you are giving an evidence from the text to fortify your answer. The writing part will have 2 parts. The first part, the use of language. It has 10 multiple choices for grammar and vocab. Second part, the writing prompt. Students will be asked to write a persuasive essay about a given topic, and you are going to have a quick look for the writing prompts for the first part. The use of language has 10 multiple choices for the linkers, if conditionals, report speech, word formation, present tenses, punctuation, and so on. For the linkers, as you know, linkers are divided into cause and effect, condition, comparison and contrast, purpose, space, or time. You are going to choose the correct linker according to its function or its job into the sentence. As you know, it should be suitable and correct one. For example, if you say I didn't go to school, you should say because I was ill. So because it is used when we are talking about cause and effect. Regarding I wish or if only, I wish if only if it is used as a regret. I wish and if only should be followed by past perfect. For example, I wish if only I hadn't bought that car in the negative form, or I wish if only I had been at the meeting yesterday in the affirmative form. But sometimes we are using I wish or if only as wanting to change for the present or the future. So it is followed by past simple. If only I knew Kim's phone number, or I wish I didn't have to study. For the report speech, the question will come also in the form of multiple choice. For example, let me help you. He refused, suggested, offered to help me. You should choose the correct answer according to the sentence given. You must work on Saturdays. And now he denied, insisted, admitted to work on Saturdays. For the first sentence, let me help you, he suggested to help you. For the second one, you must work on Saturday, he insisted to work on Saturday. Word formation. As you know, we can add some prefixes or suffixes for words, and this prefix can give you the opposite of the word. Satisfied, which one of them will be used in satisfied to give the opposite? It is dissatisfied, polite, impolite, relevant, irrelevant. Fill in with the suitable suffix. Office, America, support. We should add the suitable suffix to give us the adjective from these given words. Office will be official. America will be American. Support will be supportive. For the present tenses, you are going to choose between present tenses related to some present tenses, for example, the present simple and the present continuous. Hamad is studying hard these days. If we are talking about an action that is going on right now in the time of speaking, we should select or choose the present continuous. But if we are talking about a general action or something as a habit in our life, we should choose the present simple. For example, Hamad studies or is studying hard these days. These days means that we are talking about something is going on. So the correct answer is studying. But if I'm talking about something I used to drink or drinking tea every day, this sentence talks about an action in the past because I am talking about a habit in the past. And used to is used to express about an action that we were doing in the past for as a habit. I used to drink tea every day, but if I say I am used to or I am getting used to, we are talking about a habit in the present. So it should be followed by verb plus ing, the gerund. So I am used to waking up early. Now we are going to move for the persuasive techniques. The persuasive techniques are the techniques that we are using to convince or persuade people for doing an action or to prevent them from stopping doing them the same action. Rhetorical questions, for example, a question that is asked which makes the reader think. For example, how would you feel if you had 2 hours of homework every night? Repetition. Words or phrases are repeated so that they stick in the reader's mind. Emotive language. When words are used to make the reader feel a certain emotion, like sadness or anger, we are the poor, helpless children who are forced to do hours and hours of homework every night. Exaggeration. When information is given that is over the top or slightly untrue. For example, if I get set 1 more homework, I'm going to move to the moon. Facts or statistics. When truthful information is given to back up a point. For example, 95% of pupils feel that there is too much homework. Groups of 3. When 3 adjectives or phrases are used to emphasize a point. For example, homework is boring, dull, or uninteresting. Persuasive writing. Of course, you are going to see the persuasive writing in our cluster, in cluster B, as you are trained. And also tomorrow you are going to have 2 questions in the writing part. You are going to select only 1 topic and try to persuade the reader of your point of view. The persuasive writing, as you see, how would you persuade someone to do or not to do something or to buy an item or service? When writing something which is intended to persuade, there are several important features to remember. These features open with a statement of the issue being addressed. For example, a topic sentence that talks about the topic that you are going to tackle. State your position on the issue. Are you for or against this position? The main body of your persuasive essay should contain the arguments that are elaborated with reasons and evidence, as you know, facts or statistics or even repetition, and use the techniques that we mentioned before. End with a summary of the whole topic. Language features. Use mainly the present tense, of course, in your essay. Use logical and cause and effect connectives like so, because, therefore. Use emotive language. Emotive language to persuade the people of your point of view. Use technical language. Use rhetorical questions. Dare the reader to disagree, no problem. Try to make opinions sound like facts. Use powerful verbs and strong adjectives. Now the task. Read the following text looking for the elements of the persuasive writing which we have outlined. Calling all sleepy heads. Sleep is important. Nobody fully understands why we need it. Now we are going to write about sleep and its importance. And of course we are going to tackle the topic in many ways. And to give as more examples and evidences, facts, and some of the techniques that we have mentioned before. Now, as you can see, there is some truth in the old saying, early to bed and early to rise makes us healthy, wealthy, and wise. Now, next time you start to argue about your bedtime, remember your body needs a break. And here, now let us examine the text together in more details. How many elements of persuasive writing have you identified in it? Sleep is important. Now we begin with a general sentence about the topic that we are going to talk about. Now, after we finish the introduction, we have given you with a sentence that clarifies our position. If this is the case, are you giving your body enough rest? Now we are persuading you of such importance. Yes, lack of sleep means that the body and the brain do not work properly. It's a fact, and nobody would argue or deny that such a fact. So we are persuading the reader with these sentences. If you don't go to bed at a reasonable time, you will be sleepy in class and not learn so much. Tiredness means you may not be able to think clearly, and you may also be a danger to other people. Accidents can happen. You will lack energy and even playing because too much of an effort is staying up late really worth it. Lack of sleep means that the body and the brain do not work properly. If you don't go to bed at a reasonable time, you will be sleepy in class and not learn so much. Tiredness means you may be able to think clearly. You may not be able to think clearly, and you may also be a danger to other people. Accidents can happen. You will lack energy. Look, you will lack energy. You will be in bad need for energy. And even playing becomes too much of an effort. Is staying up late really worth it? Now, it's a rhetorical question at the end to persuade you that lack of sleeping doesn't really worth it. There is some truth in the old saying, early to bed and early to rise makes us healthy, wealthy, and wise. Next time you start to argue about your bedtime, remember your body needs a break. Have your say by yes. But now we are going to go to tackle or handle the vocabulary part. As you know, we have studied Unit 3 and 4. And the vocab that were in these units, they are divided into vocab concerning business and jobs, and the second part for cyber schools and something related to technology. The pilot is always kind to the crew, staff, team on the plane. You should select the correct word that is related and suitable for this sentence. As you know, the people who are working on the plane, they are called crew. Most of my monthly Wage, pension, salary goes on paying the bills. What of these words you take monthly? Wage, pension, or salary? Salary is the correct answer. The course is designed to develop, promote, rise special study skills. So the correct word is to develop special study skills. As you know, the test or the exam tomorrow, it will have maybe about from 19 to 20 papers. You should read the questions carefully before you answer the questions. The listening part, I try to assure that you should read the questions before you answer, or listen to the listening material before answering the questions. The reading part will have 6 multiple choices and about 2 constructed response. You should put or use evidence from the text with the constructed response. The writing prompt will have 2 parts. The first part, the use of language. It will have 10 multiple choices containing grammar and vocab. Idioms also are included. At the end, you will have the writing prompt. It will be about a persuasive essay, and this essay you will have two options. You should select only one topic and write about it. Your essay should be divided into 4 paragraphs. The four paragraphs, as we discussed here, the first one will be introduction. And your main argument will be divided into 2 paragraphs. Use connectives, use connecting words, use statistics. You try to fortify your point of view and drive some examples to persuade the people with your point of view. And I hope you the best of luck. Thank you, Mr. Ashraf Project.